time to wake up. It's time to wake up. My soul, I see the sunrise out my window.
So welcome back to the Wakeners. I'm Louie. These are my brothers Carlos and Johnny. So on this episode we're going to be talking a little bit about ourselves. And I know Carlos has a couple of questions he wanted to ask us.
Yeah, first of all, which one are you guys want to awaken first?
That'd be Johnny. With Johnny, I would say I noticed something. Okay, I noticed he was different. Certain things that he had said, that, like he wasn't the same Johnny. Okay. There were certain things he was saying, and it kind of made me, think like, what? Like something not out of the ordinary type of thing, like.
Yeah.
I could tell he was thinking different, and I was kind of like, 'cause during the time when he was awakened, and I wasn't, I was starting to connect the dots. Okay, and when I was connecting the dots, I was connecting dots on, a lot of the stuff that was happening, like the P. Diddy stuff and other stuff besides that. You connect the dots and you start noticing things. And that's where I started connecting dots, and then I noticed things were just different. Things were going on, and then Johnny was talking completely different, and I was just like, okay, something's going on with Johnny, but also at the same time I was like, is this connected with what's going on? And yeah. I was like, something's going on, right? And then I mean, I don't know, what was like, how did that happen for you when you first?
Well, I don't know what was going on through your mind, but I could kind of get a vibe from you and get a feeling that you wanted to ask me questions, but you wouldn't, right? So I just let it be. As for myself, I don't remember that exact moment, but I do remember having a thought in my mind as into what is our purpose here, our purpose for everyone on the planet Earth, and what is my purpose here.
Were you at home?
I was at home at the time, walking through my hallway, and I did not say it out loud. It was in my mind, in my thoughts, and I have never talked about spirituality with anyone. I never believed in it. Never really. I grew up with religious parents, but the thing is, I've done this all unknowingly, just living my life, and I asked in my mind what my purpose was. So, like the movie Bruce Almighty, that's how he talks to you. Well, to me at least, through messages like that. And not just that, but
sorry, me too. Exactly what you just said. I get messages like that, like what he was saying. But yeah, go ahead.
And then,
like messages how, where?
Like the movie Bruce Almighty, like
through your phone, through TV, through a laptop,
through people's messages, even through movies or TV shows you're watching.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right. And not just that, then start seeing the angel numbers, the 3 numbers that are the same, or 4 or 5 or 6 or 8, however many you happen to see. And it was all 1 through 9, and then 10s and 11, 11s, and 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15s, 22, 28, all of them, everything, right? Even, not even that, but sometimes you might, I'll probably even explain after on my channel or on this one, because even clothing I've bought has been like messages for myself, right? And music is just with me on my side till the day that I die, man, right? Even at my funeral I've been playing music, right? And it won't be a sad day, right? And but anyways, let's back up to where we are now and I'll get ahead into the future here, but that's when I first started noticing, right? When I went inside myself and talked to myself, not just myself, but my inner divinity, the divine, my higher self, the divine within me, because it's not just within me, it's within all of us, and anyone can do it as long as you have a soul and you have some glimmer of light in there. If you happen to be all dark, you know, there's a chance for everyone, right? And we'll get into more about other stuff in other episodes as we get more in depth into what we're building here and what we want to share and what we believe in, and we're not here to convert people, we're just here to spread His word, do my purpose so that I can continue, my soul can continue on and be free, because I've completed my soul contract. And I don't know if you guys have anything to add on this. I know we can always get back around to this from other people's questions or any other time, but that's basically how my awakening started.
But I know you got stories too to tell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for
That's fine.
Because I'm not here just to elevate myself or my family. I'm here to help elevate everyone, so we can elevate Mother Earth and
grow together.
give the divine His children back and the world back.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
So, mine was okay. Well, mine was strange. Okay, I was sleeping. I was lying down, sleeping, and all of a sudden I heard a beep, and that beep woke me up, and I was like, "What was that?"
So you were sleeping?
I was sleeping.
Okay. Yeah.
I was asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's funny because that's when I really awakened too. I just woke up, and
Yeah.
at the same time, that's when everything started opening up for me, right? And so I get up and I go, "What was that?"
Yeah.
And I come out of the bedroom and I'm just kind of like listening. Was there something, right? I wasn't sure, right? I was like, am I tripping out here, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And then beep again, and I was like, what the heck? And I go over towards the shelf in the living room, and I have my smoke detector there that I had unplugged a week ago. Okay?
Yeah.
A week ago.
Yeah.
Now this thing had no batteries, it was there, dead, for a whole week. And then all of a sudden,
It starts beeping by itself.
yeah, but it only did 2 beeps,
Yeah.
and that was it. Then no more beeps again, right? So one was to wake me up, and the other one was to let me know, yeah, you heard me. right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay, that's weird. So I put it down and I was like, I'm just thinking to myself, yo, what was that, right? So as I'm walking back to the bedroom to go lie down again and go back to sleep, I look over to the microwave and I look at the time, and that's when I saw it. 11:11. Those are the numbers that really resonated and woke me up. 11:11.
And what does 11:11 mean?
Oh, 11:11. Oh, 11:11 is like it's.
I've heard different meanings. for
There,
it,
there are
so-
different meanings, yeah, but it's
Because 11:11 could be the posts for the pearly gates. You know, the two pearly gates and the posts that they have,
Mm-hmm.
where that makes 11s.
Yeah.
Right? It's also, I'm not sure exactly what the angel number is for
I'll
that.
show you something here. So yeah,
Because 11 is also a master number, just like 22 and 33.
yeah, 11:11 is definitely one of the numbers that are really high up there on angel numbers. And I have one here. It says 11:11. You are on the right path. You're a manifester and know exactly where you're going. Alignment at its finest. Okay? So that's 11:11 right there. And when I saw those numbers, I kind of just stood there and I just stared at it for like a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds or longer, I don't know. But something in me was telling me those numbers were meant for you. It was like a message, but I just didn't know it yet. I didn't know. And I didn't even know why I was standing there looking at it. Yeah, and that's what happened. After I saw those numbers and I looked at it for a bit, I said, okay, this is weird. And I went back and I lied down. But I couldn't go back to sleep after that.
Yeah.
After that, I was just like, what? I don't know, something in me was just like different. And then afterwards, yes, I started seeing other numbers like how you did, you know, here and there, they were popping up. I didn't know what they meant, and I didn't know that they were like, you know, signs for me or anything, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know this until later on, and then I started going, oh, I've been seeing these numbers, right? Once you start getting messages, yeah. Once you start getting messages and you're like, whoa, why? I was getting those numbers on my phone. I get them all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been seeing those numbers too. You know that. I show you. I go,
Yeah, no, but like I started getting them on like YouTube. They just popping up out of nowhere.
Have you what your purpose is? Have you gone within?
Yeah. So you're asking me my purpose? Why? Okay, so what I know, my purpose is
Well, actually, I'm just asking, have you gone within and asked for your purpose and have you gotten an answer? You don't have to share the purpose if you don't want to
yeah.
right now, or
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I can talk about that in another episode.
because I can talk about my purpose some other time also. right?
Definitely. Yeah. Because, yeah, every soul here has a purpose. Every soul here. Even Brother Carlos, he's got a purpose, right? He's got a purpose. Everybody does.
We just forget.
Yeah.
You know, Malos take advantage of that.
That's right.
It means the bad guys, by the way.
Yeah. Malos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, everybody's got a purpose, and guess what? Even old Donald Trump's got a purpose too. Okay, right? I know.
Everybody might hate him and stuff like that.
Hey, I mean, I get it. He's not a likable guy. You know, some people, you know, this is some of the stuff he says. Yes, this is kind of like I don't know.
You know,
but
you know,
But he's got a purpose here.
You know,
Yeah,
I've
sure.
thought about this, and I'm sure other people have thought about this too, right? Because what if his purpose is to do the to other people it looks like the dumb stuff he's doing and this and that, but there may be another reason for this. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thought about this. I'm sure, right? I'm sure the sheeple haven't, right? The people that can see some things and patterns and whatnot. Anyways, he's doing all this odd stuff, weird stuff. I got other opinions about the people and other people, but we're not getting into that.
Yeah.
The thing is, there could be another reason for all this stuff going on, like like him messing up the system, bringing it down, right? Tearing it down, which it necessarily wouldn't be a bad thing, right? We would like a fresh start to the system everywhere around the world, not just in the U.S., right? So maybe necessarily what he's doing could be some bad things that will lead to a good thing, right?
Well, I got a good idea of the stuff.
And we're
that
Canadians here too, by the way. But we do agree on.
It affects everyone around the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
The import, export of things and everything.
So, I mean, the main thing is
Even the wars around the world, from the other
For
side
sure.
of the world, are affecting our
there's-
gas prices.
There's
here,
a lot
right?
of things that we don't agree on, but like we said, he does have a purpose.
we all do. Yeah, we all do. We all
Yeah.
have, and he's got one too. So,
I love him. He's got to do what he's got to do.
He's the. But actually, what most people don't notice is
Bad
that
publicity is good publicity for him. He has said it before.
Yeah. So, really, what he's really doing is he's messing around with the Malos's money flow and all of that. That's what he's doing.
The bad guys.
Yeah, he's messing around with everybody's money flow. But in order to do that, in order to mess around with the Malos's money flow, he's got to mess around with everybody's money flow, right? So that's why people love
Pros
him or
and
hate him.
cons.
It is what it is.
Pros
yeah.
and cons.
Yeah. But
Right.
again, now we're talking politics here. So let's stay away from that for now.
Yeah.
All right. And but yeah, I hope that kind of answered you. How when our first time feeling that awakenness.
Yeah.
When we woke up and started seeing things, and you could feel it in you, bro.
Yeah.
Something's different. Something's
Yeah.
different. You feel it within inside you, and it's just not the same. Oh, and really important here. Most people that are awakened, actually, when you do awaken, you will get to one point where you will cry. Okay, your emotions are so heightened, and you realize the reality of everything that it just makes you cry. Now, this goes for every awakened soul, okay? When you awaken, you will cry. Tears will come down, and you don't know why, but it will.
Can you stop yourself from crying?
No, I couldn't. I don't know about you. Could you stop yourself from crying when you felt it?
Really, I think it was it wasn't just crying for no reason. It was more like something would trigger it.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
Like-
same here, same,
Like
yeah.
watching something or listening to something, or then something would trigger it, and you would feel it, and it's just like it's just like you're watching something that has to do with kindness or forgiveness, and you think about your own life also, and then it just hits you, and just let it be. You'll feel better.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually funny, we're talking about this crying thing, because I actually came across two other awakened people, okay? One person was owner of a truck, owner of a truck driving company. Okay, and I started noticing he was different too. Something was going on. I could feel it. I could sense it, right? And that's one thing I've noticed with myself is I've been sensing people that are awakened. I feel things, right? And at the same time, like, there was another guy that worked for him, and he had mentioned something about him because I mentioned something. So he kind of like connected the dots, and he was like, and then that's when I knew, oh, he's awakened, man. He's awakened. And I confronted him. I went up to him and I said, hey, I know what you're going through. And he looked at me. He looked at me like, what are you talking about? Right?
Yeah.
It was almost like I don't know, like he didn't know, right?
He was shocked, he was surprised.
Because I don't think he knows that there's others that are awakened, right? So I told him, have you cried? I asked him. And he gave me this look, like a chilling look on his face. And he said to me, yeah, I've cried. And I said to him, so have I. The same way you've cried, I've cried. And then I asked him, have you seen things that you can't explain? And he nodded his head. And then I said, so have I. Me too, right? And he was just like, whoa, what's going on here? And then I told him, you're awakened, right? And he said, yes, I am. And then I told him, so am I. And he was like, whoa. He was just like,
in shock.
the only thing he could do was shake my hand because he met someone else just like him, right? So I was showing him he ain't the only one, and I explained to him that there are others, right? Because there are others. There's more people waking up right now.
Yeah, like that
And
other
they're
guy.
usually
that-
people with
Yeah.
good hearts and good intentions.
That's right.
right.
Yeah.
The people that want to live in peace and harmony with all humanity, and not just humanity, but our sky cousins, whether you believe or not.
Yeah, star seeds, man. They're waking up. They're waking up, and they're here, and that's a whole nother topic about star seeds. We'll talk about that in another episode. But also, I came across another guy in Costco.
Yes,
Okay.
you're telling me about that. That's what I was gonna bring up when.
Yeah,
This guy cut
I don't
me
know
off.
if you heard of that story.
Yeah.
So I was in Costco and I had just got there, and I'm there pushing my buggy. I was by myself, and then all of a sudden, I literally just walked into Costco, and
I don't believe you were by yourself, especially at Costco.
okay, well, I was with my nephews, right? But they said, oh, we're gonna be by the laptops and cell phones. I'm like, okay. They're like, you go do your shopping and we'll be right here. Pick us up when you're done. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
no problem. So, yeah, I went to go do that. And then, but as I left them there, I felt something again, and I looked to my left, and I'm looking at, I don't know why I was looking there, but something was like, I could feel it, I could sense
Yeah.
it, I could sense a frequency or something.
Yes.
Right? And I'm looking, and I see people walking by, and then the guy was standing right in front of me, and I didn't notice. He turns around, and I see on his neck 444 going down his neck. And that's when I was like, whoa, it's him that I'm sensing right now, right? So I was like, wow, okay. And then he looked over at me,
It
and
could be vibrations.
I could feel, his frequency is vibration. I could feel it. And then I looked at him, or he looked at me, and I said, nice tattoo. And he said, thank you. And then I just walked away. And as I walked away, I was thinking to myself, if I was meant to meet him, I'll run into him again here in Costco. Okay? And that's exactly what happened. 20 minutes later, we came across a corner, and I said to him, "You see that number often?" And he said, "Yeah, I see it all the time." "Do you?" And I said to him, "Oh yeah, I see that, and I see plenty of other numbers too." And then he asked me, "Oh yeah," or he said, "Oh yeah? What kind of numbers?" And I said, "All of them. 222, 333, 444, right? 555, all the way up. I see them all." And other ones as well too, you know, the mirrored ones. And yeah, and he was just, the look on his face was like, wow. It's like, again, and I found another awakened soul that didn't know that there was others or something like that, right? And him too, he had to shake my hand. He shook my hand because he got to meet the first time another awakened soul.
And that's the purpose of this podcast, is to bring the community, eventually the world, together.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys are also awakened, leave a text saying, you know,
Comment
awakened.
in the comments.
Yeah, right on the comments. Just let us know.
Yeah, so other than that, I believe what I just want to, well, maybe I'll touch on this next episode or some other time. You know, we'll get into it more next time. I just want to say it's time to wrap things up here. So God bless. Alignment, balance, Christ consciousness. Enough said. Stay bright.
Ciao, guys.
So wake up, because it's time.
It's time to wake up in Jesus' name. Wake up, it's time to praise God.